Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
This is Kristen Gamer, and you are tuned into my mom, Kristie J.
Yeah, election time's coming. Who you gonna vote for? Yeah, if I was president, I'd get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president, yeah. Instead of spending billions on the war, I can use that money so I can feed the poor. Cause I know some so poor. When it rains, that's when they shower, scream and fight the power. That's when the vulture devours. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president, yeah. I know some soldiers that sleep but they can't dream. Wake up with screams, sounds of M16. So take this medal of honor for your bravery. I wish you the best, kid. You and your family. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president. But the radio won't play this. They call it rebel music. How can you refuse it? Children of Moses, tell the children the truth, the truth. It's not all that bling that's diamond. Tell them the truth, the truth. Most of y'all wear Cuban zirconian. Tell them the truth, yeah. Your soul is worth more than diamonds.
If I was president, all blacks that have reparation, no segregation, feed the nation so there's no famine. Muslims, Jews, Christians, with all whole hands every week on the beach. Party by the sand, word up. Take trips on Air Force One. Don't need to bring the homeless with no sneaks to Air Force One. Better schools in the hood, better teachers for the classes, making money, paying no tax. Find the best scientists, tell them come up with an answer. I want the cure for AIDS and cancer, but I gotta watch my back. Snipers on the hill with the steel, waiting to J.F. kill.
I was president. I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president. I feel the rain coming. Let me play my guitar for them right now.
Let's go.
Refugees. Yeah.
Good morning. This is Kristie J, and I am back for the 2024. Okay, thank you guys for coming in and sitting with me every Saturday at 10 a.m. so we can talk politics. We talk shit in politics here. My show is named after Shirley Chisholm. It's called the Chisholm Repoert. Shirley Chisholm was one of the first black women to run for president, and I'm super excited to be here. I just want to say, and to my station, thank you to my station, 702.5 FM, and to my engineer, thank you to my engineer. Okay, so I appreciate it, being able to make sure that things keep flowing for us here, and you guys Please like, share, and comment. If you don't like what I'm saying, please tell me how you feel about my statement in the comments. If you do agree, go ahead and send a like, send a mad face, or whatever the case may be. But I won't know how you feel unless you do so. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into some of the stuff we got going around the city. I'm going to go local, then nationwide. Nationwide is on your side. Then I'm going to go international news, okay? So we want to be able to first start off with what's happening here locally in Las Vegas, and so my people can be able to take advantage of some of the resources. So CCSD is hosting a job fair today, of course, which is Saturday, January the 6th, from 8 to 12 at the bus yard on Arville. This is 4499 Arville Street. If you're looking to be a bus driver and have your credentials, or have a organization that will help you get your credentials and you're looking for a job, this will be a great place for you to go. If you're looking for something to do with the kids that are free, kids 12 and young, Lee Canyon opened up on Thursday. So it's called the Power Kids Season Pass. Okay, kids are free under the age of 12. They can ski for free and they can do the lift for free. Okay, parking is included in that, and there is no blackout dates. So go at any time you want. Have you guys heard? I know every year that there's always 1,000,001 people that are in the Martin Luther King parade, but every year we don't hear about it until it's late. Okay, so the Martin Luther King Day parade will be Monday, the 15th of November, January 15th, 2024. The lineup starts at 8 a.m. and then the parade actually starts at 10 a.m. Deadline to be able to get involved was January the 3rd. Get in contact with Wendell Williams if you want to be a part, and if they're still taking spots, it is $150 to be able to get a spot. Okay. If you are looking for food. Now, before I say this statement, I always say this. Organizations that are within our community that help us with food pantries and stuff like that, it is important that you take advantage of these programs so we can be able to make sure they are that they keep running. Okay. Think about it like this. Your tax dollars go into the grants that are given to these organizations, and you should participate. There's nothing wrong with you not spending $5 on eggs and going to go get your eggs from a food pantry. It is nothing wrong with you getting your produce from a food pantry or a community garden. There's nothing wrong with that. It is a way for you to be able to save some money and still help an organization that is out here helping us. Okay, so it is. I got this out of the group, the Las Vegas Food Banks, Pantries, and Free Grocery Delivery. The Queen's Food Program every Saturday at 1:30. Line does start at 12:30 until food is gone. This is at 1229 West Owens Avenue in Las Vegas 89106. Okay, and if you want to get in contact with these people, the phone number is 702-427-1887. So 702-427-1887. Also, their website is www.lcclv.org. Okay. Also, if you're in the Henderson area and you're looking for a food pantry on Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., we have ESCOL Community Outreach, which is at 2010. I almost said Karen. It's Heron, Haren Drive in Henderson, and that's 89011. Okay. If you're looking for food and you're in that area and coming all the way to the west side is too far for you, here you go. And then also we have January the 16th, Kids for Clothes. Clothes for Kids. I don't know why I'm backwards today. Operation Warmth. Okay, this will be Tuesday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Kids must be present at the Centennial Suburban. Yep, and this is pre-register at and it's clothes with a K. So KLOTHES, the number 4, then kids. It's KIDSLV.org/events. And then that is, like I said, the kids must be present, but they're giving away jackets and socks and shoes and stuff like that for kids. So if you are interested in any of those things, most definitely run this back. Send this this live to someone that you be able to enjoy some of the things that we just spoke about. You are a person that are doing food pantries or things for the community. Reach out to the radio station. We are always helping to promote our people and what we're doing in our community here. If you want to be able to do that and also get some additional things going on for your business, like highlights, stuff like that, so we can see who's the person that's behind the business, this is a great place to go. All right. And so let's go ahead and jump into some local news. I'm going to first start off by I'm going to talk about this first, okay? So here in Las Vegas, we actually had a company out of Miami and Houston come and buy up around about 264 homes in a deal of $89 million. The majority, there is 15% of Las Vegas homes that are actually purchased in this manner from different organizations in large amounts of houses, okay? But North Las Vegas is up to 25% of outsiders coming inside of our city to be able to purchase large portions of houses, and then reselling them. Why don't they give these contracts to people who live here? We have millionaires, we have billionaires that live here that want to be a part of the real estate, and they don't give us this offer. And this is actually a very low offer. $89 million for 264 houses. Especially with this housing market that's up right now, that's a low number. So you guys take a look at that and make sure that you're looking at when you're purchasing homes here in Las Vegas to see if you're purchasing from a company that's outside of Nevada that don't know our culture or our people or care. So I'm against that. I think that the first contract should be done here in Las Vegas or Nevada. And those people should have first dibs at being able to get large purchases like this. All right. NV Energy bills are going up. Kiss my ass, NV Energy. They said if you live in a house, your bill will be going up basically $2 a day more. Okay. And if you live in an apartment, $1.33 more a day. They said that so-called the spike is going to be going down, but why are y'all charging us more for less lights? I don't appreciate it. NV Energy, call in 702-551-5261. Explain to me, how is that helping the community by you charging more and having a monopoly on the you can't get energy from anywhere else unless you go solar here in Las Vegas. So I think that you playing us, and that's not right. We already struggling, okay? And we're not asking for more lights. It's not like we run around here just turning on all the lights in the house. This is for what we're doing already, and you're going to charge us $2 extra a day. That's not right, and I don't agree. Okay. Also, just to let you know, Nevada has become a hub for abortion. High amount of people, and I say people because I don't want to get canceled or nothing, but high amount of people are coming into Nevada for women's services. The numbers have doubled since 2022 and 2023 from a case of 534 people coming in to be able to get these services to over 1,000. Okay. And they're basically saying that people are now coming here because the other surrounding states are not allowing you to be able to get an abortion there. So they're coming here. Okay. And also, Kamala Harris was here meeting with the Culinary Workers Labor Union the other day. I wanted to know, did anybody ask her or tell her that we don't want them to spend any more money on the wars and stuff, and that we'd rather have that money in our pocket? Call in if you did. Call in 702-551-5261. I think you guys coming to make a stop and saying hi is all great, but we got some shit we need to get done, and I don't see you guys approaching it. I see you guys pushing this off, and I'm being honest. Okay, anything that we need is being pushed off like we don't have any money, but then they find all this mystery money to be able to throw at these wars, to be able to kill people. And I'm just not for it. Kamala, call in. Once again, the phone number is 702-551-5261. Now, for the embarrassing shit. Okay, Vegas. First of all, y'all ruthless, okay? I have a video of the man who jumped over the judge's pew to be able to get the judge, and I'm not going to laugh about this right now. I'm not going to say he's right or wrong. I'm going to let you watch the video, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss. Let's go ahead and watch the video and come back in.
Overnight, a judge attacked in a Nevada courtroom. Chaos erupting moments after what appeared to be a calm sentencing. The open pedophile had pleaded guilty to attempted battery with substantial bodily harm, but argued to Judge Mary Kay Hothus he did not deserve another trip to prison.
I feel like I should be given a shot because I'm in a better place than I was.
The judge reminded Redden of his lengthy criminal record.
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir.
Still, he asked for leniency.
I feel that, I shouldn't be, sent to prison for a second time.
But the judge denied his request for probation.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
Moments later, Redden leapt over the defense table and the bench, landed on top of the judge, and sparked a brawl with court officers and attorneys. Courthouse officials telling ABC News Judge Hothus experienced some injuries and her condition is being monitored. The marshal sustained injuries and has been transported to the hospital.
But this video, sadly, is a great example of how vulnerable judges are. If they would have had any information that he was going to do something this outrageous and violent, they either would have restrained him or even done this remotely.
Back in October, Maryland Judge Andrew Wilkinson was found with gunshot wounds in his driveway following a targeted attack. Wilkinson was rushed to the hospital, but later died of his injuries. According to authorities, a document appearing to be Wilkinson's final court order revealed the 52-year-old judge had issued a decision in a divorce believed to involve the alleged shooter.
Judges, in my view, many of them feel vulnerable, and rightly so. I think this case will bring to light the whole idea of how vulnerable judges are in their own courtroom.
Okay. This is what I'm going to say. Okay. Dead wrong. Okay. First of all, they should have put him on a track team in high school for high jump because he would probably be a whole new person today. Okay. It's the first thing I'm going to say. Second thing I'm going to say is this. I hate that he did that because whatever sentence that he was going to get, he now has to add more to that because of emotional, psychological issue that he had. Okay. Third. I'm going to say this to my judges. I am friends with a couple of different judges here in Las Vegas, but I want to say this. Okay. Her making that snarky remark of talking about you need to get a taste of something else, that was unnecessary. This is not just a job for you. This was his life. Okay. So the way that you could have worded that could have been totally different. Okay. And the problem I have is that I've been in the courthouses here in Las Vegas and y'all are very rude to the people and I don't think that people should be jumping over the thing on you or nothing like that, but you hold people in contempt. If you don't agree with them, they sigh, you doing stuff like that or whatever. And that's not fair. That last comment that she had was what he was going to have before he went into jail. He's a third-time felon. I think there's no less than time of 5 years. Okay, so she could have left out, you need to get a taste of something else. What she could have said was, we have given you several different times to be able to prove that you can handle yourself. At this time, I think that it might be better if we try to find you, get you some stable living and learning, and maybe we can move forward. Okay, maybe we can move forward with being able to help you rehabilitate yourself and get yourself ready. But he had said that he was working, and of course, obviously, you could tell that he was emotionally messed up, and that he probably should be going to jail. Okay, he should be going to jail for whatever else he did. But you do not have to add on to hurt, and this is not just you. You get to go home at the end of the day. Okay. So you don't have to make these remarks and say stuff to be able to make him more angry. Okay, because this is a life-changing situation for him. You can hold that. Now, I'm not saying you got what you deserve, because that's not at all what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would never want to wish any type of harm, and it looked like he was putting a whipping on everybody in that room. Okay, but we as a people need to look at people as people and not just cases. Okay. When people are calling in and calling into a job, let's say they're calling in for like their bills or something like that, and you being rude on the phone to this person, and they're dealing with something dealing with their kids not having lights or somewhere to stay or whatever, your attitude is not needed. So I hate that the judges are not feeling safe. Because you do have all the police and everything else around you. He was just quicker. You got to be quicker than that. Okay. But I hate that this happened. Okay. It's embarrassing that it happened in my city. Of course, I got many phone calls about, is that what y'all doing these days? Y'all jumping over. I mean, he cleared it. Okay. Feet, arms, and body all the way over her computer and everything else. Okay. And it's not right. It's not right to do that, nor is it okay for you to poke fun at somebody being able to go to prison. So call in if you got a problem with what I had to say. 702-551-5261. I'll let you talk. Judge, call in. We hope you're feeling better. I heard that he's still in the hospital. Of course he would be, because they beat the mess out of him in that courthouse for doing that, which he should never put his hands on no woman, period, and he shouldn't have done this in no courtroom at all. But they wanted him to come back to court, and he said that he had a bad day and that he tried to kill a judge, so he wasn't coming back to court that day. And it probably dawned on him, and because he has a mental issue, he's going to have to be reevaluated, and he go spend that time or whatever he had in jail. But she stated that he had mental issues and that he was just not being able to get on medication and stuff like that. He might be able to beat this. So that's that with the local news. Let's go ahead and go into the Supreme Court has decided that Trump, they're going to decide if Trump is going to be kicked off these ballots. So in Colorado and Maine, they have said that basically the 14th Amendment, either the 13th or the 14th Amendment, please forgive me if I'm not getting this correct, that this was for, like they wrote this right after slavery. So this is when they were trying to keep the Federals, Confederates, which is basically Trump supporters, people treasonous, who went against the country. They wanted to be able to make sure that these people were not being able to run for office and stuff like that and be able to do stuff. So they are deciding his fate on if this is going to happen and if this is going to be a trickle effect down all through the states. Let's go ahead and go into that clip and we'll discuss right after.
2024 battle for the White House took President Biden to Valley Forge, Pennsylvania Friday.
What's Trump done?
Where he went after former President Trump for his role in the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
He promised it would be wild, and it was. He told the crowd to fight like hell. and all hell was unleashed. It was among the worst derelictions of duty by a president in American history.
Campaigning in Iowa, Trump leads the field for the Republican nomination by double digits.
By delivering a massive victory in Iowa, you'll send a thundering message to crooked Joe Biden.
But his opponents argue Trump's history is a distraction or a danger.
Donald Trump has said that he wants to be a dictator.
If Trump is the nominee, the election is going to be about legal issues, criminal trials, and January 6th.
Trump faces primary ballot challenges in multiple states, arguing he's constitutionally ineligible. On Friday, the Supreme Court said it will take up a Colorado case and answer the question quickly.
The court really had no choice but to take this up, and I would not be surprised if they rule, perhaps unanimously, that the Colorado Supreme Court got it wrong.
The decision could come by the end of February. Until then, Trump will stay on the ballot in Colorado. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Now, I will say this, okay? I don't believe that they're going to let him stay off of the ballot. And let me tell you how to win this election. Say you're going to pardon him. That's how you get everybody that's on his side to come to your side. If Biden decides to go ahead and pardon Trump, he will win. If the front runner, only the front runner for Republicans, decide that they're going to pardon, to say that they're going to pardon Trump, they're going to win. He's not going to jail. Everybody else is, though. So that should be a lesson to everybody else, because today is the anniversary. It is January the 6th. Okay? But he is not going to jail. Everybody else that's around him was sucker enough to do his bidding and do his dirty work, and now y'all got stuff on you. They're going to pardon him because Trump's base of low class white people, uneducated white people, will act the fool for him. And I don't want to be around when they start acting ghetto, okay? Because they tear up some stuff. Look how ghetto they were on January 6th, okay? That's a bunch of people who don't care, all right? How you think of them or how you view them. So there is a problem here. If you want to win, say you will pardon him, because that means you get him out of the way. If you pardon him, tell him, if I pardon you, you can't run for president. Period. That's the deal. If the Republican who says they're going to pardon him is going to make him the VP. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That he's going to get away with everything that's happened, and all the people who are now in prison and jail and have felonies and lawsuits on them are going to have to pay their stuff, and he's going to get off scot-free with your blood and tears. So, continue to be his stool, and this is what's going to happen. If I was president, right? And I say that because too bad my theme song, shouts out to Wyclef Jean. You know, I love Wyclef. It would be just like that, okay? I would get in on the first day. I'm signing in everything I can for an executive order before I leave the office, because they're going to be trying to get me, unalive me once I walk out of the door. It's time for us to stop allowing people to stay in these positions because they want to be re-elected. Okay? Start finding the people that say, I'm going to get the job done. I'm one of those people that say, I'm going to get the job done. I know that you're not going to want me to do a second term. Haters. Okay? But if I work hard for the people gonna keep me in it. The problem is that everybody's working for the ops. Everybody's out there working to be able to get more donations and reelected and everything else. I don't give a damn about reelection. I'm about change and making it work. So if you are a person that's saying, I want better education, I want free medical, I want my child, I want to be able to purchase a house because that's so-called the American dream. I want to be able to have a business. I want these loans. I want less crime. I want the police not to be showing up for mental case issues and stuff like that just to go out and fight crime. And then you turn around and you don't vote on none of the stuff that you put in your profile and on your platform because you want to be reelected. Because you got people talking in your head. I would not be one of those people. I would be one of those people to say, I'm going to get it done. And if you don't like it, fuck you. It's about being able to be better for the people. I'm tired of the candidates that we have saying, well, they all through election, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and day one and all this shit. Y'all don't never do a damn thing. All y'all do is sit around and wait for somebody else to sponsor you. And wait to see if somebody else say something, then you got to like, comment. You don't want to say too much. Stop being scary. If you're going to do it for the people, trust me, the people are going to take care of you. If I end up running for president and I say tomorrow I am most definitely canceling out these student loans and I am not sending any more money for a war when my people in my country are suffering and they don't have enough money to eat, they don't have enough money to pay their bills, the inflation is up and everything else, but I can send all this additional money over them for them to bomb poor people? No, I'm not doing it. And I wouldn't care how anybody else felt about it other than my people. And the majority of the people are against this war. The majority of people are for medical, free medical. The majority of these people are for free education. For inflation to go down. Be about your people. And then you won't have to worry about re-election. You worried about these rich people put money in your pocket. You're not worried about the people. Who are the people that reelect you? The person that's putting all this money in your pocket is one person. And yes, they have money for their influence. But if you touched every door in here and asked that people, how you doing? What's your name? Sarah Jenkins. What's the biggest issue in your house? And she was like, immigration. Okay, thank you. I'm going to speak on that. I'm going to try. What would you want me to do about immigration? Like, I want it to be easier for people who are coming in legally to be able to maintain their credentials and everything else. No problem. Let's do that. Right? So then we go to the next household, and you go to the house and like, what's your name? And like, my name is Tony Satcheries. Okay, and what's going on in your house, Tony Satcheries? I have a son that's in prison. Went in at 17 years old. He's about to get off, and he's not going to have any way to be able to get a job or credentials because he's a felon. Okay, let me write that down. Next house. Find out what the people actually need before you get in here and try to tell us what we want, and only don't look at what the majority of the people are saying is wrong. You're just looking at what you want to be able to, what you think will look good on your profile. Call in if you got a problem with what I said. 702-551-5261. It's irritating. I'll tell you that. Because when I tell you that people, we are in the position right now that people really don't understand this. Like, the lady was talking about the other day. She was like, I hate it when I hear people say that your vote doesn't count. If your vote didn't count, then why are they fighting so hard for you not to be able to vote? Why is there so many suppression laws, voter suppression laws? Why they don't want everybody to vote? Why do they cut out everybody? Because it does matter. Your local vote is what matters because you are picking the people who pick the people. Okay? You are the people who are picking your local officials. Those are the people that you can knock on the door. But I'm tired of this happening down the street. I want somebody to do something about this. I don't want any more turkeys, gifts, nothing, when we could be buying a block. We damn near could buy a block every week with the money that they have. We could buy a block, tell the community, come out, come help us rebuild this block, right? Get the permission from the homeowners, or which you won't be able to, because most of the homeowners that, especially on the west side of North Las Vegas, do not want you build it up, because they want you to tear down, because they want the property values to go down so they can buy up more houses in that area. Kick out all the people, and then they can boost the price. But talk to these homeowners and say, hey, we would like to come and fix your house. Can you put on this list what's going on at your house? Well, it looks like you need a new yard. Let's do that, and let's get you a sprinkler system, or let's put some desert decor down. Okay? So we could be able to make that more presentable. Let's repaint your house. Let's repave the sidewalk in front of your home in the drive-through. Let's take out the carpet in the front. Let's take the garbage out. Let's clean out the desert that's behind it. Let's take off these Christmas lights from not this Christmas but 3 Christmases ago. Okay, let's take these down, and let's fix this stuff. Let's fix the divots in the street. Let's pick up the stray dogs and the stray cats that's in the neighborhood. Right? I would think that would make sense. And do that for every block. You got 2 years to run. I bet you if I ran for anything and had a budget to be able to do so, I would see what we could do to be able to build the community, and not just my pocket and my name to go to the next position. That's where I don't respect you. That's why I don't respect the representatives that we have. Sometimes you guys fall short of what you want to do because you want to be a popularity contest instead of it being something for the people. And I can't respect that. I cannot respect you doing second lines and stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, y'all doing the electric slide. Yeah, but what are you doing for the community? Now, I can name so many people that are doing stuff in this community. They work with us. We respect them. They actually do things like food pantries and health fairs and policy stuff, and where you're able to come in. I'm about to start doing some things where I can explain your ballot and explain the questions, so you can be able to come in. Bring your sample ballot and let's fill this out together. Okay, so that's my rant for that. I just really want you guys to know that it is possible for us to change the world, but we have to do it together. It's not going to happen with one person. Okay, encourage everybody to make their voice heard. All right. So, if y'all have not heard, okay, a couple of months ago, they were talking about NASA finding more and more UFOs, or now that they're calling UAPs, okay? And it just keeps happening. So I want you guys to take a look at this clip. And then after this clip, I have one more clip that should be coming in right after that. We're going to discuss briefly and then go into the NASA blackout. Okay, and we're going to discuss that. Let's go ahead and go into the UFO hearing first.
Today released the findings from its year-long study of UFOs, and well, it doesn't really clear anything up.
It basically says that those strange objects in the sky are, well, they're still a mystery, and our Rob Hayes is here to explain.
Yeah, you know, over the past year or so, we've been hearing a lot about these unexplained objects flying in the sky and how the government is taking a closer look at them. Well, today NASA released its findings, and it's a pretty anticlimactic look at what it calls UAPs. UAP is the new stand-in for UFO. It means unidentified anomalous phenomena.
Oh my gosh, they're all going against the wind.
Bill Nelson is the head of NASA today, talking about its year-long independent report on UAPs, one that is more down-to-earth than other alien reports.
The NASA independent study team did not find any evidence that UAP have an extraterrestrial origin. but we don't know what these UAP are.
33 pages long, put together by scientists and experts, poring over encounters like this from military and commercial pilots. Meanwhile, reports of alien life continue to make headlines around the world, like these so-called non-humans rolled out before Mexico's Congress earlier this week. And in July, a former U.S. Navy pilot telling the House Oversight Committee about his run-in with a UAP off the coast of San Diego.
The technology that we faced was far superior than anything that we had.
But because the mysterious flying objects are still a mystery, NASA will continue investigating them and has appointed a director of UAP research. NASA says the upgraded efforts will work hand in hand with other government agencies and use AI to search the skies for even more evidence. For those keenly following all these unexplained sightings, NASA is also vowing transparency.
There's so much concern that there's something locked up, classified, and that the American government is not being open. Well, we are the American government, and we are open, and we're going to be open about this.
Now, in order to increase the amount of UAP evidence, NASA is hoping to turn to smartphone apps that can help gather and organize sightings from all around the world.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC 7.
All right. So with that's happening, and then we're having Tesla recalling their cars. Okay, and then NASA said that there's going to be an internet blackout. I'm just ready to get my friends and family in. We can just go live in an area in our own little cultish little community, okay? And try to forget about whatever else is going on in the world, because there is a bunch of shit happening, okay? And I don't know which way to go with this. I believe that they're not lying. They are not lying that they're finding other people. It's too big. It's the universe. I just cannot see God making all that space for just us on this earth and we can't leave. Okay? I can't see him making all that space, okay, and this just being his greatest accomplishment, because it's ghetto here. All right? So I just think that I believe, and y'all can call me crazy or whatever you want to call me. I also don't think they're coming aggressively. I think they coming to like how we look at animals in a zoo is how they looking at us. Like, oh, look at that. Look at the little one. Look at him over there. There's the big one. Okay? Because this is a zoo. It's a ghetto zoo. This world is a ghetto zoo. Okay? And it's too much shit happening. It's like a sitcom. This is reality TV for them. So I can see them being interested and intrigued by us. And I can see that they probably set up some type of experiment years before we really got here and was like, hey, let's see what happened. So the blackout scares me because my child, it was a meme the other day. It was DMX, and he was sitting. It was the belly. It was the belly scene where he was sitting with the Jamaican, the gangster or whatever, and he was telling him, he was like, I just need a little bit of money. I need some backing. I need you to help me out. And that's how my kids be talking to me when they asking for V-Bucks and Robux. Okay, like, I just need some support. I'm gonna get it though. I'm gonna get it. Don't be scared. Okay, and that drives me because I don't know what I'm gonna do with these kids if this internet go out. Cause sometimes I'm a millennial mom. I need to send them so I can have a 45-minute break myself. Okay. If the internet and stuff is not working, that means that it's a lot of stuff that's not going to be working, like street lights. That bothers me. The school, everything else is now hooked up to internet. So how are we going to function without it is my question. My question to you. Okay. Let's jump on this. Jeffrey Epstein. Somebody tried to say to me the other day, "You've never met any bad Jeffrey." I was like, Epstein? Dahmer? Like, wait a minute. Hold on. The list has been pushed out to the 28th of January before we find out who's all on this list. Let's first say that everybody that's on the list is not saying that they did something criminal, but you on the list though. So we just got eyes to you. Let's go ahead and go into this clip and then we'll discuss after.
Documents naming people connected to Jeffrey Epstein have been unsealed. The documents include nearly 950 pages. Last month, a federal judge ruled the names of Epstein's alleged victims and those connected to him must be made public. Epstein was indicted on federal sex trafficking charges in 2019. He later died by suicide. Publication does not imply knowledge of his alleged crimes or involvement in them. The names are part of a lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, who was sentenced to 20 years in prison for sex trafficking young girls for Epstein. CBS News correspondent Nancy Chen joins me now. Okay.
All right, just wanted to give you a taste of that. Go ahead and take a look at that. On the 28th, we will be talking about that. Japan had a 7.6 earthquake. That is an island, y'all. And it is also started series of tsunamis hitting the island and surrounding areas like Russia, China, and everything else that's on the coast of there. Pay attention to that, because every time something happens like that, you got the earthquake happening. Now all of a sudden we are now having our whole entire east coast is being hit by one of the worst winter storms, and they say that this is not even the season for it. They say we are out of that season. Also, North Korea just on Friday fired off 400 of their artillery shells. Okay, Friday. And then this is what Kim Jong-un had to say. Let's go ahead and go into the clip and we'll discuss
Korean
after.
leader Kim Jong-un has kicked off 2024 with a dire warning to the U.S. This could be the first of many newsmaking headlines coming from the leader as Americans prepare to go to the polls to choose a president. Natalie Brand has more details from Washington, D.C.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un rang in the new year with a rally hours after making new threats. Earlier, Kim ordered his military leaders to, quote, thoroughly annihilate the U.S. and South Korea if provoked. North Korea test-fired its most advanced ballistic missile on December 18th. Experts say Kim could increase testing of ICBMs capable of reaching the U.S. in response to this year's presidential election. Analysts on the region say Kim views the testing as a way to get more concessions from the U.S. if former President Donald Trump is reelected. Kim and Trump met for face-to-face negotiations in 2018 in an attempt to denuclearize the peninsula, but the talks fell apart. Since 2022, North Korea has conducted more than 100 missile tests, prompting the U.S. and South Korea to expand their joint military drills. Natalie Brand,
All right,
CBS News,
that scares
Washington.
me, because remember me giving you the analogy of being in a club and it's a group of dudes and it's a whole bunch of big ones. The only one that's talking shit is the little one, okay? And he has no real power if it wasn't for the big brothers that he's with. But he the one that'll bust a grape. He the one that'll start the fight. So this is Kim Jong-un. He the little dude in the group who will start the fight, and then his brothers jump in and whoop your ass. So the brothers would be China, Russia, okay, India, Japan. They are all in that region. Watch out for the big brothers, okay, and watch out for the little one that talks shit. Punch him first. Y'all, this is the Chisholm Report. I am Kristie J. I love y'all. If you see somebody out there grinding, let them know you see them shining. And I'll see you guys next week, Saturday, 10 a.m. Love y'all.